You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here we are. Leeds, like much of the UK, has just sizzled through what might be the last gasp of this intense summer heatwave, and the shift in weather is already knocking at the door. It's been a scorching run, with temperatures soaring close to or above 30 degrees Celsius across the country, and even higher in places like Herefordshire and the Scottish Highlands. Right here in Leeds, you could feel the heat radiating off the streets. Parks were packed, water spots were teeming, and everyone was out soaking up what felt like Mediterranean sun. But that fiery streak? It's about to give way to something much wetter. This past weekend really turned up the heat, marking one of the warmest stretches the UK has seen in a while. Leeds, like much of Yorkshire, was under an amber heat health alert. One of those warnings you don't ignore, especially if you're elderly, managing health conditions, or working outdoors. And while the alert lifts Monday morning, the effects linger. The heat may have peaked, but the consequences haven't quite cooled down. Now, the Met Office is calling for heavy spells of rain starting Monday. It's not just a sprinkle, it's a full-on shift, and Leeds is right in the path of that cooler, wetter front. Some regions are bracing for thunderstorms too, so if you haven't yet packed away the sun cream and sunglasses, you might want to swap them out for an umbrella and waterproofs. But as much as the rain might be a relief for some, especially with hosepipe bans still in place for areas like Yorkshire, it's coming on the heels of a tragic weekend. Across the UK, emergency services responded to multiple water-related incidents. In Glasgow, a 15-year-old boy died in a river. In East Lothian, a man's body was recovered from the River Tyne, and here in England, the search is still on for a 23-year-old man missing in the Thames. It's a sobering reminder that while water may look inviting, it carries real danger, especially when we're desperate to cool off. Fire services have had their hands full too. Wildfires erupted in parts of Scotland and the south of England, with firefighters battling flames in Perthshire and near Farnham. The hot, dry conditions are leaving the land tinderbox dry, and even something as small as a dropped cigarette can spark a blaze. That's why there's a strong push right now to avoid disposable barbecues and to stay mindful of how we interact with nature during extreme weather. The heat wave has also hit transportation. In Wales, train disruptions caused chaos for thousands of concert-goers heading to see the Stereophonics, and even Wimbledon wasn't spared. Fans endured 31 degrees Celsius temperatures as they watched Iga Swiatek take the title, with tournament organizers pushing sun safety tips in every direction. Looking ahead, while Monday brings rain for most of us, southeast England might cling to the heat just a little longer, with highs of 28 degrees Celsius still expected. There's even a chance the warmth might rebuild slightly later in the week, though not to the extreme highs we just sweated through. Still, this latest pattern is a sign of something bigger. Scientists caution us not to jump to conclusions with each heat wave, but there's growing consensus. Climate change is making these events more frequent, more intense, and harder to predict. 3 heat waves in a single summer? That's not nothing. So while Leeds gets ready to swap heat for heavy rain, the conversation continues about water, about safety, and about the climate future we're all now living in. Stay subscribed for more videos.